It's in your face here on ESPN. Will here with Michael. And Michael, training camp is upon us, so it's time to make a pick. Who is your Super Bowl favorite?
Well, I'm gonna have to say the Patriots. I Brady without Brady, I feel like Garoppolo would do good in the first four games, and after that, he will destroy every team basically. That's what I think. But I think they have a great defense. Their offense, they're gonna get weapons back. Their offensive line is gonna be healthy, and I feel like they're gonna go for number five.
Oh, they can certainly go for number five, but they're certainly not going to get it. My pick is the Carolina Panthers. Cam Newton is going to have another MVP caliber season. Kelvin Benjamin is back. He's going to be the number one wide receiver this year, and he's going to have a monster season with Newton's improvement from last year. And they're going to go out there and win the Super Bowl now that they have that learning experience of what happens if they don't show up in the big game. They will not make that mistake again.
I mean, you have your point, but I feel like the defense, they took a step back in the offseason. I mean, they let Josh Norman walk, which I think was a bad idea. Their secondary is basically a list of no names except for Robert McClain. I mean, I feel like their defensive tackles and their defensive line is really good, but I don't think they'll fare in the secondary as well.
But they have one of the best front set, maybe a top five front seven in all of the NFL. The Patriots don't have a unit on the defense that's as good as the Panthers front seven.
Well, losing Chandler Jones is big. Pass rushers don't grow off trees. In today's NFL. I think Joel Sheard, Chris Long, Terrence Knighton, Pot Roast. I think they'll do good. They're going to take a step back again with the sacks and the pressure, but they'll do enough.
All right, let's move on to the NBA now. Kevin Durant shocked the world going to Golden State. Many consider them the title favorites now. Do you?
I don't want them to be, but I think they are for this year. I just look at the roster. Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Kevin Durant. What more can you say? It's just too good. I do have questions about their bench and the key pieces they lost, but I feel like they will get it done. And I think the only team that can stop them basically is Cleveland or maybe San Antonio, but that's it. No other teams can stop them.
Not only can the Cleveland Cavaliers stop them, they will. Everyone gets so excited looking at this roster on paper and thinking about how good they're going to be, but everyone always forgets. Generally, when a team when they get a super team together, they don't usually win in its first year. When LeBron went to Miami with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, they didn't win the first year. When he went back to Cleveland with Kevin Love and Kyrie, they didn't win the first year. And the Warriors adding Kevin Durant, it's going to take them a year to get to gel and get good together, and it'll take them a year to win a championship. The Cavaliers still have the best player in the NBA by far, LeBron James. His playoff demons are past him, and he's going to be a dominant force again and ultimately lead the Cavs to their second consecutive NBA title.
I do agree that chemistry might be a problem for them the first year, but I give you that, but if you just Stephen Curry, I feel like he's going to get better in the offseason. He's going to get stronger, get healthier. He clearly wasn't 100% in the playoffs. Kevin Durant, I feel like he'll do good in Steve Kerr's system. That spacing. I feel like he's a space type of forward. Klay Thompson's only getting better and better each year. Draymond Green as well. I think the addition of David West and Zaza Pachulia is a great fit. I just look at their team again and just they're really good.
The big factor here is no player on the Golden State Warriors is as good as the best player on the Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James. Let's move on now. We were talking Kevin Durant. Now, let's go more in-depth into this specific move in free agency. Do you like it or do you hate it?
I hate it. I feel like it's just a selfish move. It's a weak move to begin with. You depart for the team that beat you. You were 48 minutes away from a championship 3 times. You already are a title contender, and you didn't get it done, basically. And now you leave for the team that beat you. I just see that as a weak move. One of the worst moves I've seen by a superstar of all time. I would have liked to see him go to a team like Boston, who has a lot of young key pieces that can get it done and that can compete with Cleveland. Because if Kevin Durant did go to Boston, they probably would beat Cleveland. I'm just saying.
I'm. Yes, Kevin Durant may be ring chasing going to Golden State, but I can't necessarily say I hate the move. We take a look at some of the greatest players of all time, like Charles Barkley, and some of the current players, like Carmelo Anthony and Kevin Durant. Their biggest criticism is you haven't won a ring. You can't blame Kevin Durant for going to get that ring, to get that monkey off his back. Maybe it's not the best way to do it, but I can't say I hate Kevin Durant going for the one thing he's been criticized about not having.
Yeah, my message to Kevin Durant and all the other people who've done that, there's a difference between winning a championship and chasing a ring. And I feel like he's at a point of his career where he feels like he needs a ring to complete his legacy and to become one of the greatest consistent scorers of all time. I feel like he's already a great player without a ring. He's a top 3 player in this league. It takes time, Kevin. It doesn't, you can't rush those things. You have to work it out.
I don't believe if Kevin Durant stayed in Oklahoma City, they'd be a better team than the Golden State Warriors. And if he was to retire without winning a championship, but stayed in OKC his whole career, which I could absolutely see happening if he made that decision, the biggest criticism by far about him would be he never won a ring.
Yeah, I believe if Kevin Durant doesn't win a championship in Golden State in the first year or two, he might leave for another team.
That'll do it here for In Your Face. We'll here with Michael. We'll see you next time.